Hi. Hi. I am having a bit of a day, and so today I would like to do something that I like, which is go through things that I like, which happens to be my traveler's notebook. So this is traveler's notebook. It is, I think I briefly went over it in my what's it called? My tarot basket, that I take to go read places, but I wanted to go into it more in depth just because I really like it and it brings me joy and dopamine. So as I'm having kind of a day, I need a little dopamine. So I hope it brings you a little dopamine as well. I'm in a different location. This is actually my altar, my working altar. So I do a lot of magic things back here. Want more in depth about that? I can oblige that request. Everything that I have is decorated to the maximal capacity because I want everything that I have to represent me. So yeah. I'm really excited about this video, but this is my traveler's notebook. It's in the color olive. It just looks dark brown. Eventually I want to get the camel one because yellow is one of my favorite colors and I just like how the camel one ages, but I don't like buying things just unnecessarily, but especially if I don't have a use for it, and I don't have a use, sadly, for it yet. So I will stick with this one. I changed out the cord to the yellow one, and then this was a necklace I got at an antique market, I think. That was super tight on me, but I loved the beads, and so I put them on my little traveler's notebook. And then I have my little Totoro charm that it was a necklace that my friend gave me for Christmas, and it had a little crystal at the end and it broke off. So I just used it as a charm. And then this is a little high priestess charm, and it's on this was actually a septum nose ring that I had. Yeah, it works, so whatever, right? That is the front of it. I also have this little key charm that's on this is the bookmark that comes with it. So in here I have my husband painted this little thing for me a long time ago. Well, a couple years ago. And then this was on my Kindle, on my small Kindle, but it's kind of broken. And so I don't really, I took all the decorations off of it because it really upset me that it's kind of broken. So I just put it on here. My Hobonichi Weeks. I love an animal with a pipe and a top hat. It'll get me every single time, man. The iconography of that, you know what I mean? Not to be a bad influence, because it's not I smoke like that or anything, but I just think it's cute. I wish it was on the front, but we're satisfied with what we have. This is the Weeks Mega. Last year I had a Hobonichi Weeks, just the regular size that I used for tarot, and I really loved that, but it felt kind of like too much money for what it was. But we use the things that we have, so I covered up their faces because this came in a Riffle in Time. It's a tarot online store that I buy from occasionally, and it came in my order, and I thought that was so cute and sweet, so I just keep that in there. This was from a playing cards that I have that I fucking love. They're my favorite, and I love the art, and so I just keep it in here. This is a sticker, and this is another sticker. And then I got Holding Space with the Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo meme. I got one for me and my best friend because we love Wicked. We love that meme, so put that there. And then this, I'm gonna succeed because I'm crazy, because sometimes we need affirmations, And then this is just a Pokemon card that my husband gave me, and I like it because it just, you know, I just think it's pretty. I don't, you know, I'm not really whatever, but okay. So this is going to be very revealing about my practice and everything. So that's also what's in this video. I guess I should forewarn, but this page, this is like the, you know, so like the monthly for the whole year or whatever. I pull a card every single day, and then, you know, I put them in here, and then at the end of the month I tally up how many I have from each suit, and then the ones on top is just the tarot card of that month that I had already gotten. So yes, I love this page when it's all filled out. I can go grab my other Hobonichi Weeks at some point and like compare them, because I think on reflection things are really cool. And then the monthly section, so I have, well, at the end of the year I'll pull like a selection of cards for the, oh, I got an example to show you. So I always put my cards that I pull for every month in one of these, and then I just write like which cards I got, and I'm using the James R. Eads, the green glyphs, so it's like the tarot and the Lenormand and the runes, and then an oracle. So there's one tarot, one oracle, one rune, and then 3 Lenormand for the month. I don't know what's in here, but you know, every month I'll pull it. But I did have it, I got this from Lisa Pepez. I used to have it just like in regular envelopes, but I didn't like wasting an envelope just for that, so I bought these at the store so that I can refill them, and then I can just write it on the back every year what it was. But that's what that is. And then every day, you know, so that's the tarot card that I got for that day. And reading that I do, these are the numbers that I get. It's very complicated, and I will explain it at some point when I feel like I can do a 2-hour video on the readings that I do, but for now this is okay. And then I pull a James R. Eads, the Cerulean Sequence, the number oracle, the blue one. I pull one of those. It used to be a tarot card, but when I got this oracle, I started doing that because I really like them. So that's what's in there. And then, like I said before, this used to be for like everyday stuff, but now it's for tarot. So I guess I'll show you this. So every day I pull a tarot charms, the metal tarot charms. I pull one, and then I just use like a crayon to rub it on there with my, like, because I do majors are purple, wands red, cups blue, swords yellow, orange, and pentacles green, you know. So that's what that is. That's the James R. Eads, the Cerulean Sequence. So I put the number, the point whatever is because there's 6 cards in every number, and so I numbered them in the book so I know which one it is. And then every week I do, I feel like this is very complicated to explain. I will try my best. Every week I pull one card from each arcana. So I have a major, I have a wand, I have a cup, I have a sword, and I have a pentacle. And I put them on my desk, like on my main desk that I do all my tarot at. And that's just like the focus of the week, or that's just like what I'm trying to bring in or whatever. So I tried to do a video explaining that, but I feel like I did a really bad job. So I don't know if I'll use that or not. I have a lot of videos that I've just made that I never used because I'm just like, it's not good enough. So I'll try to explain it better one day, but that is what I do. And then I fill in, like, you know, with whatever the affirmation, or because I use the Nameless One Tarot, and the Nameless One Tarot has affirmations for every one of the tarot cards. And so sometimes I'll just use an affirmation, and sometimes I will use, or just say what it is that I want to bring in with that card. Like, I'll give you an example, I guess, because it's hard to conceptualize if I'm not really. So this is this week. I did not pull any of these. I shuffled each arcana and I pulled within that. So I have the Hanged One, which I'm using as, what is it? I let go of thoughts, habits, feelings, and attachments that no longer serve me. Yeah, I think actually this week I only used the affirmations because I didn't pull any of these myself. Sometimes I do pull them, and so I'll have something kind of personal sometimes, which is why I'm scared to show it, but this is fine. The Ace of Wands, which is my inner light, illuminates my true desire, and my inner flame grants me the strength and passion to pursue it. And then I have the Page of Cups. I nurture my creativity by exploring my curiosities and understanding my emotions. I have the Four of Swords. I make time for rest, self-care, and solemn contemplation. And then the Six of Pentacles. I'm generous with others, and others are generous with me. That's great, you know what I mean? So that's what's in there. I think the bag is a lot of like random shit, basically. I have like notes. I have like my my tabs that I wanted to close out of, so I wrote them all down and then exited out of all of them. I have a running wish list for decks that I really would like, and books and all that. What else? Notes. Just journaling. Oh, and then I have this, which if I'm being completely honest with, I know that this makes me look like a crazy person. I am, maybe not exactly for this, but I am in general. Yeah, this also goes along with my daily read that I do every day, so it's very, very hard to explain right now. So instead of doing that, I'll just show you and be like, I will explain it one day, I promise. And then I also do all of my like book reviews back here. I've read 104 books this year already. It's July. And you may ask like, oh, like, you know, how do you read so much? I try to spend as little time on my phone as possible. So I read a lot. And then this is my back. This is my little boys'. Okay, pardon me. I have to go let my cat in because he is a needy little boy. Okay, this is just like, you know, pictures because it's in that little like insert thing. So that's like, you know, my husband, my daughter, my cat. And then, you know, my kids, my cat, my family. And then I decorated I don't remember what this is called, there's a specific name for it, but I decorated the front with just some stickers. And this is the pencil board. This is a tree that I fell in love with. Stickers and washi tape in the back. And then this is like a trifold insert for the traveler's notebook. And I have all of my little cheat sheets in here, so let me show you, okay? I have Lenormand playing card associations, so the clubs, the hearts, the diamonds, and the spades. So when I use like a regular playing card deck, I refer to this. I had a small one that was in my other thing, and I finally made a bigger one. And then on the back of this, and that's my Lightning McQueen little thing. The back of this is tarot timing. That was like a silly little stamp that I carved out one day when I was bored. Wands, swords, cups, pens, and then just like Lenormand, just like if I ever want to reference like quickly or whatever. So that's what that is. And then the over here, this is the houses in astrology. Oh, that's on the back side because I don't really know them by heart. It's the houses in astrology. I have that there, but I also have object location with Lenormand in here just in case I ever need to, you know, locate objects. And this is just pretty cardstock that I have in the back so that it looks cute, because everything has to look cute. And then this is like numerology type shit that I just keep back there. And this is 1 through 100, like for what the tarot, because I have a D100 that I roll, so that's like all the tarot 1 through 100, you know, what made sense for me. And then I have a D60, and so I did the Lenormand up until 36, and then I did, because I had 24 after that, I did time, like actual time or whatever, and then that's 8, and you know, whatever. These are cheat sheets. I keep having to readjust the camera because I keep pulling it on accident. I'm so sorry about that. And then yeah, and that's my little traveler's notebook. I didn't use, like, before I had this in here, I had other inserts I can show you. Actually, let me get them. Okay, the inserts that I used to have in here, and you would think like, oh, it was probably a lot thinner before you had this in here, right? Wrong. Absolutely incorrect. Because before I had this, I had these two, which are like pretty big. And this one is my, like, it was my like collage little journal slash actual little journal. There's a lot of deeply personal things in here that I'm kind of embarrassed about, and other things that maybe I'm not so embarrassed about. I don't know, there's a lot of, this is like the midpoint. This is where like the little elastic would sit. And so I did a little spread. The moon and the sun. I thought it was cute. It's more basic for me, but I liked it a lot. I have to do this off camera because I am scared to dox myself. And anyway, and there's like a few more pages left, so there's like 3, I think. 1, 2, yeah, but it's basically done. I always get, like, when I'm at the end of something, like a journal especially, I'm always like scared to finish it. But I put a brain lavage on it because lavage is my favorite word in the English language, and it just means to irrigate out a cavity. It's a medical term. It's not like an actual term, but I, like, you know, because it's a brain dump. You know what I mean? And then this is this is my one with my husband. So me and him both. Okay, this is also deeply personal. Oh my gosh. This one is cute though. He made me, because pigs are my favorite animal. Oh, this is a collage I made that I really liked a lot. And this one, oh my gosh, I can't. I'll show this. I found this at a thrift store and I bought it because it's really cozy and comfy and it has pockets. And then he found one literally a couple months later at a different thrift store, and so he got it and we wore it together. But yeah, that's it. There's nothing else in there. So yeah, that's ours together. And then, because his name is Blake and mine is Sarah, so that's it. I hope that was enjoyable. That was enjoyable to me, at least. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoyed doing that. So I hope you enjoyed watching it. And if you didn't, well, I'm very sorry. And if you have questions, which you probably do, I will try to answer them in another video in the future or something like that. Oh. So, yeah, I'll see you later, I guess.